started yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, or was it 3 days ago, where I couldn't get in the gym on my app on my phone because you no longer have a little thing a little magnetic thing that you put on a little magnetic thing, and it magically opens the door. So my gym, which is a perfectly good gym, so I don't want to say there's a problem with my gym. So I go to my gym and I push the little button. It's 24 Fitness because I don't know, I'll just go whenever I feel like it. And I waited like I'm waiting now for, some time for the app to show up. I don't know why it takes so long. It only has like 3 buttons on it once you get it open. But I wait and wait, and eventually, what I got was this screen that didn't have the little button that I'm supposed to use to be able to open the door when I'm near the door, because I have a phone that is so old. It's 5 years old. It's a freaking antique. I mean, it's like a 5-year-old phone. I should just throw the damn thing away. It's not worth anything. Um, in fact, I just looked this model up, and it seems it's not serviced anymore because after 5 years, no one in their right mind would still be using the same phone after 5 years. I mean, only some dinosaur like me. So I thought, well, if I go to the opening screen to push the little button that I have to push to get in the gym because I don't have a phone that does what young people's phones do, even people older than me, they go and they pay for something and they go beep and the phone miraculously pays for whatever it is that they bought. I take out a credit card like it's 1999 or something. So, and it's this thing, it's got 3 letters and I can never remember what the hell that means, but I'm looking at it right now. The phone is prompting me. It's NFC. NFC, not for, I won't say bad words. I don't know. NFC capabilities. So my phone, that's warning me now. In the past, it never warned me before. It says, your device does not support tap to access. That means I can't do tap to pay. To access the club, please use the unlock buttons below. It's in a little warning sign, so I recognize that because that's been around for a while. And then underneath that one is the message. It's also got another little warning sign, and it says, this device is not your primary one, which is news to me because, like, this is my only fucking phone. Believe me, I would not have more than one phone. Unless I have a burner phone, but I won't get into that today. This device is not your primary phone, your primary one. So I've got some other device. I don't know where the heck it is. So you can only change your primary device once every 3 months. So someone has my primary, someone's walking around with my primary device, and in 3 months' time, maybe I can change it if I can find the device. If you still need to change your device, please contact your home club. So, okay, so I'll try to forget all that. So I didn't have any of this when I went to the gym the other day. I rocked up. It's weekend. This place is unstaffed because it's the cheap, I won't say it's the cheap gym, but it's, I don't want to spend a fortune on some fancy gym. But I go to this page, which you can sort of see here is populated with information, and it's empty. So I don't have this little thing that I can push the little button to my gym, right? I can push the little button to my gym and I unlock the door because I don't have NFC. Whatever the fuck NFC means, who knows? I don't know what NFC means, but I know that because they showed me, right? The guy at the desk showed me how to use the nice young woman at the desk showed me. She talked me through. I think I took notes. Well, I should have taken notes clearly when she showed me how to use it. So none of this showed up. So I couldn't go to the gym. And then it was Sunday and the place was unstaffed. And I'm feeling like I'm really not in very good shape. Like your muscle tone is, at my age, it just all goes to hell like overnight and turns to jello. So I go in there Monday during the staffed hours and when the door is unlocked for old people like me. And I walk in and Junior's at the door. He's the young perky guy who looks like he's about, 17, but with a much nicer body than any 17 or 18-year-old should have. I'm sure he's probably in his 20s. At any rate, so that's neither here nor there. Or is it? Anyway, I walk in and Junior's at the desk, nice guy, And I explained my problem. I said, look, I got this phone and I was always able to push this little button because there's a little icon that shows up, which you can kind of see if I angle this just right. Little icon shows up, but it no longer shows up. So I did what, they tell you to do when you do a video online. They tell you to delete the app and to load it again. So I delete the app, I load it again, and then I get even more weird messages, which I wrote down somewhere, and I don't remember what they were, but it was basically accusing me of stealing the phone or something. It sounded quite dire, like I'm locked out, I'm not authorized to use this. It was some nasty language at any rate. So I go in, I probably told the kid at the desk an edited version of what I just routed on about. But anyway, so I tell the kid I can't get in because the little icon isn't there. And I didn't remember what NFC is called, but I said I don't have that thing that lets you go and get in. So and I'm certain that he's going to tell me, dude, you have a phone that's 5 years old. Why would anyone be walking around with a 5-year-old phone? I mean, that's like I'm the last person on earth who's walking around with a 5-year-old phone. So I'm expecting him to tell me this. In fact, I had already gone online. I had researched the prices of newer phones, and I had decided that, yes, I was going to upgrade. I was going to maybe spend $250 Australian, and buy a phone that was slightly better than the one that I had, which was the cheapest model that I could afford, that I could buy at the time, right? That had a computer on it. So I'm sure he's going to tell me that I need a new phone. So I'm already prepared to spend $250 to get into the freaking gym. But then I think, okay, he takes the phone from me and he taps twice. And then this thing that I now have on my phone again now that you can sort of see, right? It says access. Oh, Norwood. Now you know where I live so you can stalk me. That's Norwood in England. Yes, right. So I can push the little button and get in now. And I'm amazed. I'm just completely flabbergasted. I stand there looking at him like a stunned mullet. And I use the wrong expressions. I've lived in too many places. I don't know what expressions they use in America or Australia or England. I just say these things. I was with the wrong accent. Sorry about that if you're wondering. I'm not trying to be pretentious. I just don't know how to friggin' speak English anymore. At any rate, so he pushes these buttons and I'm like, that, and he's looking at it. I'm sure he thinks I'm really a moron. And I apologize and say something in my stupid self-deprecating way, like, I'm a moron. And I said, can you show me how you just did what you did? The magic 2 little touches that opened sesame, 2 touches. And so what he did was he had gone to, there are 4 buttons at the bottom, 4 buttons at the bottom, 4 buttons. One of them is home. One is book. I'm not booking a session. One is shopping. I don't need to shop. I'm a member of this gym. I don't need to shop. And the other one is profile. Now, profile, I'm thinking, I don't want a profile. I don't want the whole world to see me, my hair. I haven't washed my hair today or for a couple of days. I'm wearing my tracky dackies. I'm not really looking my best. Okay. So I don't want a profile. I don't want pictures of me. I'm too old to have a profile. But he had gone to profile. And if you press profile, you get this whole, look at all this stuff. Profile. There's my name. Yeah. So profile, bookings, membership, credit packs, payment methods. And there it is. Access. I go to profile, which I don't want. I don't want to add a profile. I don't want to be known. I don't want a picture of me with my shirt off. No one wants to see me with my shirt off. Even after I've shaved my chest, no one wants to see me with my shirt off anymore. They did 15 years ago, but that's another story. Okay, so I go to access. Why is access under my profile? But there it is. There's every gym in this company. They're all listed, including the one, and I can unlock the gym that I'm authorized to enter. Now, I think the thing that kills me about all of this is I was of the first generation. I was, one of the first person to start using computers in the workplace. I used to work, you'd never know it now, but I used to work as a statistical analyst at the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, where we took in data from member banks. I analyzed this shit and then figured out how to make, interfaces that were useful for the people who were doing the data entry. And I worked with the computer programmers. It's like I used to be a master of the spreadsheet. We'll talk about spreadsheets another time. I was a Lotus 1, 2, 3 fucking genius. But that's another story for another day. So anyway, that's my story. Having gone from the cutting edge of technology in my youth to dinosaur in my old age.